My name is Marc Vaillancourt, and I serve as the Chief Executive Officer for the Center for Alumni Relations and Advancement here at South Dakota Mines. I've been in this role for about a year, but I've been in leadership positions and frontline fundraising roles for the last 20 years. I don't know that there's a specific moment when I realized I am a leader and I can proclaim that. One of the things that's always been important to me is the concept of bringing people together, building community. So in that sense, perhaps, I became a leader when I began to do things that brought people together in the service of a greater thing, right? When I think of a good leader, I think about empathy, curiosity, a sense of vision, and then ultimately they're collaborators. Some people lead from the front, some people lead from the back, some people lead from the side. And a leader has to be nimble and be able to do all three, right? There are times when we need a leader to lead us and to bring us into the proverbial battle of the work that needs to be done. Other times, a leader needs to step back and be that support and that encourager and that person, the cheerleader, right? The evangelist that celebrates his or her team. But there are times when, we need to lock arms and be elbow to elbow and work together. And I think a leader knows how to calibrate his or her leadership and understands where they might need to be, to meet the moment. Well, in the role that I play as the Chief Executive Officer for the Center for Alumni Relations and Advancement, we exist to support South Dakota Mines, right? I mean, and I view us as their premier strategic partner as they deliver on the promise of their mission to educate the next generation of scientists and engineers, right? So we have a really unique role. And because we have a community of 18,000 plus alumni, we have this opportunity to really be a powerful force for our university. But the reality is that we can't do our work without them, right? And so when we are in conversations with alumni who are considering an investment in the university or a philanthropic gift to the university, right? I mean, I view them as an equal partner with us. So. And for that reason, there isn't a kind of a specific moment when we bring them in, right? We're constantly in conversation. We're wrapping up a very ambitious capital campaign, the New Heights campaign, with a goal of raising $100 million. And we're really in the final phase of that. So we're going to need to catch our collective breath. But as I look to the future, I mean, a couple of things are going through my mind for this organization, right? Is one, the landscape of higher education is changing, and it's not just starting to change now. It has been changing for several years, and I think that will require us as the philanthropic arm of our university is to really begin to think about the types of funding that we try to get. But we want to do our best to educate, inform, and inspire our community to give in a more unrestricted way. So I think that's one thing. On the engagement side, we need to stay at the forefront of how we engage our community. This university has some wonderful traditions. And so how do we continue to celebrate those traditions with our 18,000 plus alumni, but also at the same time, how do we begin to introduce quote unquote new traditions as we level up our engagement with our community? This university is going to continue to be a nationally ranked university, and that's in part because of the work that our faculty and staff are doing each and every day, our students and the successes that they're having, but it's also infused by the incredible power of our community, who have gone on to change the world, right? And this kind of cycle that continues.